we talked about the chipping in the first place, okay? Your setup previously was quite wide. You kind of looked as though you were in a sort of big setup to hit the ball a long way, okay? And then you're trying to hit the golf ball 20 yards. Now, because of that, as you went back, I think your club went back to kind of somewhere around here. We did that circle around, and we sort of put down some marks. Okay, right, whereabouts on that is it going to be going? It was like 1, 2, 3, and you went 4. It was nearly on 4, wasn't it? Okay. We look at this backswing here now. You're going to what, the 2, 3 that you should be going. Okay. By having a smaller setup here, weight favouring your left side, hands near your left leg. You're just in that position. I just to nudge that ball forward in a lot softer, smoother technique. You're not going to fear hit the ball too hard and then try and decelerate. So you're still technically accelerating the golf club as you go through, so you get a nice strike there, but we're not having to sort of worry about the club back here somewhere. That's going to go 30 yards, okay, for someone of your strength and ability to whack the golf ball, okay? Up here somewhere, you're just creating too much power. So by reducing the power created, you can then sort of speed that club up. If you've gone back on this blue line up here, you've got to slow down. And then the two shots happen. Either you don't slow down and you ping it too far, or you slow down too much and lose control, hit the ground around the ball. Because by decelerating, the club's often going to sort of, you almost find the way we decelerate is almost like a sink into the ground, just stick the club in the ground, and in the winter now, it's just like you duff it a yard in front of you, okay? So shorten that with the stance, helps you shorten the backswing, and then we can always accelerate through. I would at the moment now stick with the club you know, the Sandown or the gap wedge, but through the winter now practice with different clubs. So you start learning what a 7-iron feels, or what 9-iron, what an 8, all these different shots are going to feel like. So when you're on the golf course, you can go to those different clubs to make the shot easier. If there's something in the way you've got to go over, you need loft. That's a given, okay? But if you're playing a shot from the sort of edge of the green here now, we saw how difficult it was to putt and try and judge the green, or judge the grass of this length when you're putting, wasn't it? When you did the two there, I mean, prime example, when you putted from there, you went too far past and missed it. When you chipped from there, you hold it. So by playing the right shot, made the shot easier, okay? Now, in terms of the putting, eye line, we did say, I haven't sort of measured it. Oh, that's not a straight line, okay? Eye line for me there is a little bit outside again. Now, what that will encourage is the hands getting a bit low. Now, your hands, to be fair, are better there. It's more in line, the forearm and the shaft there, okay? If we can get your head back just a smidgen, or the ball a little bit further away, so perhaps move your arms a bit further away from the ball, just slightly, okay? Ideally speaking, the reason you want your eyes to be over, or worst case anyway, inside, it just helps you, excuse me, helps you the line a lot easier, okay? If you're over here, it's hard to kind of see where you're going. If you're inside him, it's more of a natural sort of see to see your line. So seeing the line will help. As we said, though, good putters strike the ball well. So this drill here now with the two golf balls side by side, yes, you could argue there's a little bit of a gap there that we could shrink down a little bit, okay? But in terms of the strike, you did come back to the golf ball and strike it pretty good. It's a smidgen toey there, if we're honest. You can see the gap between both balls there. That gap's increased and that gap's decreased from there to there slightly. Okay, so if you shrink those gaps down, you get better at doing that. And again, you can do that simple little drill. You can practice at home with the club swinging back and forth. Do 10 swings, okay? What we're looking for is, can you roll the ball well? When the forearm was in a nice higher position, okay, we can get that club going back and forth without any sort of twist. You can see striking the ball there. It's difficult to see with the black, but the black line we saw was rolling end over end over end there very well. And as a result of that, the ball then tracking towards the holes we can see. Just the fact it wasn't aligned far enough right to allow for the slope, but the actual putt itself was a more consistent shot. Your shoulder was kind of going more this way as opposed to that forward twist, which is going to cause the pull to pull. Now, part of the reason why you had to do that was because when the hands were low, you open the face, which is something you done in the long game. Obviously, this kind of movement here now opens the club face. With the putting, if your hands are in a full swing setup, the face opens. Now you've got to try and square it up. Shoulder comes forward. If your shoulder comes forward, yes, you square the club up, but you move the club further away from you. So your different contacts can be heel and toe strikes. And as we said, if you mishit a putt, you wouldn't notice it in terms of, oh, it's a bad shot. It will just go shorter. But then what you will say is, oh, the ball didn't get there. Didn't the ball hard enough. Hit the one next one harder, and then you're pinging it 10 foot past. Okay? So that kind of makes sense. Some more different shots around the green, yeah? So quick summary then, okay? Smaller, shorter setup with your chipping. So narrower stance, weight left. You go down the grip anyway, so that's good, but in a position to encourage a smaller backswing and then start learning what each club will do, okay? A simple little way you can do that is, I'll show you one here, okay? If you sort of, if that was your target line towards there, you could put like a little tiny towel on the ground there and just chip balls onto that towel from, say, it's like 10 foot in front of you. Chip on with a sand down, see where the ball lands, okay? chip on with a 9-iron, see where the ball ends up rolling to. And you'll start learning that, roughly speaking, your sand iron's going to go like so, and then roll half. Your 9-iron will probably roll like that. Oh, sorry, that's wrong, sorry. Your sand iron will roll like that, and then roll that. Your 9-iron will go like that, and a 7-iron will go like that. So that's the trajectories of a sand iron. Probably have a bit more roll there with a sand iron. It's about 50% air time and roll. Your 9-iron's going to roll a lot more, and your 7-iron's going to be 25% in the air and then roll an awful lot more. So depending on the shot you've got in front of you, you decide what club you're going to take. If you're here now and all you've got to do to chip the ball is over this bit of grass, there's no need flying a sand iron half the way down there. No. Land a 9-iron or a 7-iron here and let it roll the rest of the way. A ball rolling's easier to judge than a ball up in the air. Okay, mate?
Cool.
Good stuff.